Hello, I'm here today to do a demonstration on how we extract information about cloud outage at InsureYourTech.Cloud. InsureYourTech.Cloud, our product from FuelBigData, has prepared a series of products so we can obtain information about cloud outage and approach the market with a new methodology to calculate business risk when using cloud services. So, in order for us to obtain this information, instead of building a data lake, we build a retrieval system that can web scrape information about cloud outages for any cloud vendor. So this is a demonstration of our Workbench application, which inserts information in our databases about cloud outages for cloud services. In order to do that, we did a pre-extraction in PDF of information about cloud outages, and we're going to do a small demo of how this information is analyzed. So an example, I'm going to browse here. I'm going to go to my PDF outage report folder where we have collected some information. We have as an example a good cloud health service incident report from 29 of October 2024. Okay. And what we're going to do is that we are going to generate, essentially it's running on the background, pre-compilation of terms, and this is going to allow me to consult information about this outage. So the file is pre-done, and now I'm going to ask to resume the text of the outage and what services got impacted. So I'm going to put here what resume the outage in text, what Google Cloud services got impacted and how long was the outage. So with this simple question, runs in the background an Llama or Llama3.2b large language model RAG process that, let's describe it as a process. I don't want to go into too technical here, but it essentially consumes the information from this the different outages described on this incident report and synthesizes the information. This synthesized information is then uploaded to our databases, so our customers, when they consume information from our freemium API or payable API, they can access details and they can elaborate and research about their services, the quality of their services, the potential outages of their services, and allow them to decide if they should apply for a different type of business insurance, protecting them for cloud services. It passed about a minute and a half, and about a minute and a half after, he was able to start to give us information about the outage. So it's being printing at the moment. So tell us what services were impacted, example BigQuery, Cloud Dataflow, Dataproc, Cloud Run, APIG, Cloud Native. And then it tells us that the outage lasted for approximately 2 hours and 3 minutes. So these 2 hours and 3 minutes, they are going to be discounted on the annual calculation methodologies. So 2 hours and 3 minutes are going to be discounted on these Google Cloud services, and as a consequence, they are going to suffer a risk coefficient reduction and penalty. So we spoke a bit about how information is collected about outages and how it is inserted in our databases. So let's see a bit of our customer simulation app. So we have our customer simulation app here declared in our website, InsureYourTech.Cloud, where customers can log in. I have here a pre-prepared user. I can log in, and then as a user, I submit the details of a project, and I requested information to be inserted into our submission, so our customers can detect risks about their cloud services and cloud usage services. Example, in AWS, I may be able to use AWS Elastic MapReduce. Then in Google Cloud, GCP, I might use Google Cloud Run. Example, let's do here a simulation. I put the name of the company, FuelBigData Data Science Limited, and I have the project which is going to be defaulted. Example, in AWS, I am going to put that I use, just reload, FuelBigData Data Science Limited as a company. Then in AWS, I might use AWS CloudFront. I might use AWS Lambda. Global. So this that you're seeing here is our freemium. Is going to be our freemium API. Front shopping. I'm not going to show you an API. I'm showing a static request of those API values. So I'm in Google Cloud. I might have in Google Cloud GCP. I might use Google Cloud API-G. Google Cloud. I might use something like Google Cloud BigQuery. And as you've seen before, I extract the information from the cloud outage, and there was outages about Google Cloud API-G and Google Cloud BigQuery. And I submit the data. What I'm going to notice is that information about the outage has been described here. There's an outage about BigQuery and Google Cloud BigQuery in context had an outage, and that's here the information. Okay, so that's how the website is going to work, and it has an explanation of what's the meaning for the variables. So let's not bog down. Let's go here to the official cloud submission application, which is being built, and that allows us to do a proper submission and obtain a full, not freemium API, like here. Here, all these, they are on freemium API. Example, let's put it here. In Google Cloud GCP, I'm going to use Google Cloud BigQuery. So that's what you see here. So there was an API request. Now, let's go here to do a submission, not of the free version, which is going to be this one, with very basic details, but one more advanced. So, example, we're gonna have here a usage of our customer portal for our customer usages, and we are going to do a customer submission of a new cloud risk assessment. Okay, so I put here the company name, Fuel Data Science Big Data Limited. It pre-populates a project name, which you can override. Then I say I'm going to use AWS Cloud, I'm going to use Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure. I'm going to use Akamai for my content delivery networks, and I may also use a bit of Salesforce and a bit of Snowflake. Okay, and I achieve the maximum limited number of cloud vendors that you can analyze at a time. You might open it for later for more. So in Amazon, you might use API Gateway, you might use some ML with Bedrock, you might use AWS CloudFront, CloudWatch Insights, you might use Amazon DynamoDB, EC2 instances, Elastic Load Balancers, because everyone needs a load balancer to test their applications, Elastic MapReduce, FinSpaces, because we might be a financial activities company, QuickSites, we might have dashboards, We might use some serverless, so we might use some AWS Lambda, um, also a bit of CloudFront, step functions, S3, and we might have some applications that run on Kubernetes. Then in Google, we also might have some AI on Google with Vertex AI, APIG. We might have applications running on Google Cloud Run. We might use some BigQuery. We might use some MongoDB for vertexes and graph search. So we have here the progressive flavor. We might also have some Google Data Proc for large data consumption. We might deliver the data using their CDN. We use Kubernetes. We may use GCS buckets. You name it. And then in Azure, we might use Azure Batch, Azure Functions, Azure API, Azure CDN, storage accounts, and Kubernetes. This is just a demo. I'm going to put as many products as possible. So in Akamai, we might use their content delivery network to link activities and applications. We might use Computed Edge if you need to do some edge computing close to the customer delivery. We might use Salesforce SaaS. We might also use Snowflake on AWS, Azure, and GCP. Okay? And now we're going to do a global analysis of this mass consumption of cloud company, which is going to have high risks. So what it gives back? So we have, it's on the website here, an explanation of what it is, but we have an SLA of usage. So example, Amazon API Gateway use already 152% of the SLA this year. Bedrock, similarly. Some products here like Amazon Elastic Cloud Compute used a little bit more of the SLA, which represented 0.08% of the traffic, and they have some outage identified by workbench scenarios where information has been extracted and information about the product outage has been collected. Example here, another one from Elastic MapReduce, another outage scenario where information explains what was the outage and what was the implications and why. 2 hours and 18 minutes. Some of these products are collaterally impacted. Google Cloud Vertex AI also had an interesting scenario of outage. So because of this outage on Vertex AI, they lost 3 hours and 53 minutes on their traffic coefficient, so it reduced their availability. Example, Google Cloud APIG had a big impact. So I think they had about 7 to 8 hours of impacted. Here an example of the latest this year. Here an example of the last one this year, which was, I believe, on in October. It's the one that we just uploaded to the system, to the workbench. It was on the 28th of October. And there was impact on Google Cloud Run, APIG, APIG Edge Public Cloud, Google Cloud Storage, SQL, PubSub, Dataproc, Dataflow, BigQuery. So a lot of impacted. So essentially it cut substantially the SLA deviation because they already are using 0.09% of the expected time for traffic was actually used as downtime usage. So the ratings have reduced for those products. So this is how it works. So now that's the piece of the puzzle. The piece of the puzzle is that we can analyze the information that we have here using our custom graph. So I'm going to open here a new graph. So I just erased the graph, I generated a new graph, and now I'm going to view the graph of my risks for my customer. I log in here to my dedicated local graph solution, and what I'm going to do simply is that I'm going to upload and obtain information about my customer and about the products that the customer had used. So here it is, the information that I have fetched here from my customer. I'm going to expand this. So these are the, if I can expand it a little bit more, these are actually from my company here in the center, the different cloud vendors that I use and the risks for the technologies associated. Example, Google Cloud BigQuery and the correspondent deviation SLA. And it's based on this total groups of informational risks that you can calculate the total risk of the product. And that's it. Remember, our product is available for experimentation in our website. You need to subscribe, and then when authorized, you can use our product here. And thank you. That's our product.